You start off with function. Does every part of the body work properly? And then you get to the point of health when all the parts work properly together. Okay. You get to fitness when you're able to carry the load, whatever the load is. And then you get to performance when you can go beyond the load. Financial fitness is the same thing. Do all the pieces of your financial world work properly? Do they work properly together? Are you funding your goals and carrying the load, paying the bills? And then performance is, can you go beyond that? And it helps when people define it in real language, no jargon, nothing, but in real language that applies to them. So that's usually where I start with people. It's like, let's step back a little bit. If I know where I'm going, I have a better chance of getting you there.
Correct. I mean, that's why we ask all the questions we do. I have people call me and I'm asking all these questions. Like, some people think I'm being nosy. It's like, no, you don't understand. Our market's totally different now. There's 28 different things for your rate. It's not like it used to be back when I got in the business, where VA was one rate and FHA was this rate and conventional was this rate. Everything's so
Right.
risk-based pricing. And the same with your industry changed. I mean, it went from, companies wanting to not have advisors, right?
Right.
That one big company. And then now all they do is have advisors.
And then they're going to be losing advisors. Okay. So, like, for example, a lot of people wind up, if they don't have a certain minimum asset level, they will wind up at a call center. One of the things that certain advisors will do in a couple of firms, not going to use names, is the advisors will say, I just don't want to deal with this client. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them off to the call center. And they won't even tell the client that they've been booted out to the call center. Even when there's enough money, they've hit the account minimum. And to me, I can't think of a bigger way to advertise that you don't want business and you don't care about the people you work with than to pull something like that. At least to have the courage and the integrity to call the person up and say, hey, look, you know what, this isn't a good fit. So I just want you to know, if you can't find another person, I'm going to put you into the call center until you find another person or not. That is your call, but we're no longer a good fit. How difficult is it to have that conversation? How much of a disrespect is it to your clients to treat them like that? The other thing that I find really difficult is that I don't know very many clients who can handle a book of business of more than 200 households. I know people who can't handle more than 125. I know that for some people that's considered the gold standard. So if you're talking to somebody and they're big and they've got the corner office, but they have 1,000 households, how many times do you think you're going to see that advisor other than when you sign on the dotted line?
Or they'll see their team, right? To have a team.
Maybe, because if you've got more than 500, how big is the team to be able to service that? How often can you spend the time and justify spending the time talking to these people? And I've seen books like that. I've seen advisors do that.
Yeah, because we're kind of going through that right now, because I'm a vet and I have another podcast called Helping the Brave. And we've got into where we're going to start helping vets with their benefits, helping them in the whole thing.